Summer is a time to get away and escape from the daily noise. It's time to pack your bags and hit the road. The road is your compass to serenity. But what if, when you get to your destination, the solace you so craved is disturbed by an unwelcome visitor? This is Jump Scare, a show where I sit down and tell my family and friends some of the scariest stories posted on the web. This is Jump Scare, episode 2. And for this episode, I brought my friend, Diego. Say hi, man.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So, Diego, have you ever had any paranormal experience in your life when you were a little kid? If you haven't, do you believe in it?
I've never had a paranormal experience, but I've heard about stories before.
Go ahead and tell us a story about that.
Y'all ever heard about La Llorona?
Yes.
Okay, so I had these uncles. They say that they used to go fishing at the river back in the day, and what they experienced there was fishing very late at night. And one of my uncles, well, it wasn't really my uncle, but it was the friend of an uncle that I had. And all of a sudden, there was this lady, white dress, how everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows
how she looked. Literally, she was floating through the river. As soon as how I heard the story, been a while since I've heard the story again.
Right.
As soon as they saw that, they ran.
Out of fear.
Yeah, out of fear. And they went to their vehicle or whatever. They ended up leaving everything there and they took off because they were scared.
Which is your favorite horror movie?
Oh, scary movie. I gotta say, the one that really sticks to me would be Jeepers Creepers.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I fucking love that movie.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Especially that part when they're like driving and then they look to their side mirror and they see someone throw something down a drain pipe, right?
Yeah.
And then he just stops what he's doing. He just looks at them.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, what did we just see?
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
That's
especially
fucking
the time when
scary,
he
dude.
takes his tongue out.
Oh,
right there. That's creepy as hell.
Damn,
Man.
that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Part one.
Part
One's
one,
a really
part
good
one,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever heard of the term summer ween.
No.
No? Okay, so if you're a huge Halloween enthusiast like me, we celebrate Halloween during the summer.
Oh, nice. I like that time of the year because I'm actually born in October, so
Oh yeah, Diego's born in October.
So-
Holy shit.
I do like that time of the year, and I guess that's probably why I'm crazy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I wish I was born in October, to be honest. I'm a huge fan. When it comes to Halloween parties, I go pretty ham.
Oh,
Costume, everything.
Candy.
No candy. More
don't like
beer.
candy?
More beer.
Oh, more beer. Oh, shit. I forgot we grew up.
Yeah. All right, Diego. Are you ready to hear the story number 2 of the jump scare?
I'm ready, man.
All right,
Locked and loaded. Let's go.
here we go. I drove my RV to a quiet forest not far from my home. Living in a rural area surrounded by forests, camping is quite common here. This particular spot I chose wasn't widely known, just enough room for a few RVs. I liked it because it was usually empty and the road was wide, perfect for my RV. Once parked in the grassy field, I took something inside. Before setting up the tent and my chair outside, I began collecting wood from a campfire. Even though it was still daylight, I wanted to be ready before it got too dark. Venturing into the woods behind my RV, I went far enough that I couldn't see the campsite anymore. A good portion of the woods was damp from a recent rain, making it tricky to find dry pieces. It took me about 20 minutes to gather some suitable ones. Upon returning to my RV, I noticed a man setting up a tent nearby. We exchanged nods as I entered the campsite, acknowledging each other's presence. He seemed normal, so I didn't think much of it, though I was a bit disappointed to have the company in the area. After dropping off the wood, I retreated into my RV for some alone time, grabbing a beer and lounging with the sunroof open. I lost track of time, maybe around 30 minutes before I glanced out the window. The man had finished setting up his tent, revealing its rugged appearance. The tent was in pretty bad shape, with lots of holes and flaps blowing in the wind. It looked like it had been neglected for years. Not even suitable for shelter. I peeked through the holes but didn't see the man inside. I scanned the area but couldn't spot him anywhere nearby. Leaving my RV, I started my campfire while still pondering the oddity of the man's choice of tent. As the sun went down, I sat beside the fire, wondering where he had disappeared. I stayed there for a while, the darkness enveloping the woods with only the campfire's dim light, illuminating my surroundings. The night dragged on slowly as I found myself increasingly curious about the man's whereabouts. It puzzled me why he hadn't returned to his tent, especially since it was getting late. Glancing at my watch, I noticed it was nearly 10 p.m., meaning it had been dark for almost 4 hours. I decided to get up and approach the man's tent, just to double check if he was there. There was no sign of him. Standing in the middle of the campgrounds, I scanned the dark forest around me, wondering if the man had gotten lost. The eerie silence started to unnerve me, and a sudden movement by one of the trees made me freeze in place. I squinted at the spot, unsure of what I had just seen. As my eyes adjusted to the darkness, I noticed the silhouette of a man standing near a tree. He seemed motionless, almost like he was trying to blend in. Fear washed over me, and the longer I stared, the less convinced I was that he was the same man from the tent. Taking a few cautious steps back, I quickly retreated into my RV. Peeking out of the window, I saw the man still standing there, gazing in my direction. Without hesitation, I rushed to the front cabin, started the RV, and drove away from the campsite. What haunts me to this day is the uncertainty. What if the man near the tree wasn't the one from the tent? What if he had harmed the other man? Or worse, they were working together, with the man from the tent lurking somewhere in the woods, watching me without my knowledge. That was story number 2. What did you think, Diego?
That makes you think of it might have been someone said he maybe died there at the campsite.
That's a really good theory, yeah.
Right?
That's a really good.
He probably died there at the campsite, and his spirit just stays there because something happened to him.
Yeah. That the guy in the RV doesn't know.
Or the first guy that he saw was the victim, and then the one he saw after was the killer. Shit.
I didn't even think about that.
Shit,
That's really
it could
good.
have been a different one.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's a really open story.
That's
for
crazy.
sure.
Drove off.
Yeah, he
I'm
drove
mad,
off
I'm
because
mad.
of fear.
Yeah. My theory is more like first guy that he saw died there.
I didn't think about that at all. Anyways, thanks, Diego. Hopefully we'll collaborate in another episode.
Oh, yes, sir. Indeed.